We're studying IGCSE mathematics and we're discussing the May-June 22 paper 42. May-June 2022 paper 42. Now, how do we start the first question? You have to find the LCM. How do I find the LCM? Find the LCM, this is what you do.
Wait, once again, I can't find my pen. Okay, I'm ready.
Right now, divide them with prime numbers. We have 2, so this will become 15. You can't, I don't think you can divide this with 2. You try doing it with 5. Get 6. 75 divided by 5. Tell me, Anas. 15.
15.
Then we have, let's try 3. We'll get 2
second.
and 5. LCM is equals to 5 into 3 into 2 into 5. The answer is 150. The next question.
I'm unable to hear you clearly because it's really noisy here and there are drums. They're playing
Okay.
drums outside and
Okay.
it's really loud.
Now can you hear me? Is it better?
Yes.
Okay, now I'll try to
Better.
speak louder then. Now we have this question which is 30 and 75. You have to find the LCM. We divide these by prime factors. Well, let's try 5 because that's the only one possible. 30 divided by 5 is 6. We get 15. Try again with 3. That's another prime number. We get 2 and 5. We do this until we get 1 at the end. All ones.
Okay.
And we have 1, 1. So
We
and
start
we
with
multiply
the
all of these.
Don't we start with the lowest prime number?
No, you can't start with the lowest prime number. It doesn't make a difference which you start with. All right? It doesn't make a difference, the one which you start with, because the thing is it won't divide with 2. You can't divide 75 by 2. You'll get a decimal. Now share 608 in the ratio 457. How do we do this? Add these up. What is the total? 4 plus 5 plus 7.
5 plus 7.
Read the second question first, Anas.
16. Here, $608 in the ratio 4, 5, and 7. So I have 16 as the total of 4, 5, 7.
You have 16. Okay.
Wait. Okay.
Now 4, 5, and 7. The total is going to be 16. So ratio in these. We'll take 4 out of 16 into 608. We'll take 5 out of 16 into 608. And the last will be 7 out of 16. The answers are, tell me. $152.
Yeah, once again, I was not here, so.
The answer, all you have to do is find the total of the ratio and then take each number separately. So 4 by 16, 4 by total, into the number you're trying to divide. Clear?
Okay. Okay. So
4 by 16 into 608, you get 152. Then same thing for, again with 5 divided by the total, which is 16, into 608, 190. Then you get 266. So 152, 190, and 608. That's the answer.
wait 1 second, I'll write it down. Done.
Solve this in standard form. How do I get the answer?
So workouts. So do we just do it on the calculator?
Yes, do it and then tell me the answer.
Wait, so do we write it like to the power of, or do we just click the into 10 and then write the number?
I'll show you the calculator on the board. Just a second.
Yeah.
Now can you see it? The calculator on the board,
Yes.
on the screen. Now all we have to do is put the fraction first, 6.39 into 10 raised to the power 4 divided by 2.45 into 10 raised to the power 6. The answer is this much. What is the answer? 0.026082.
Oh, that's how you do it. I do it like I click the into 10 next to the period, the 0, the answer.
Now what you'll get right now is after you get the answer. Any questions here? Next thing is standard form. Standard form. Our job is to bring one digit over here. 2.
So
Only the first digit. So we'll get 2.6082 as the answer. So how many times should I multiply?
100.
100. So 10 raised to the power 2. So the answer is 2.61 into 10 raised to the power 2. We round it to 3 sir.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Now these are simple, these are easy questions. Let's look at the difficult questions. Done. Any questions? Let's continue. 2.27. Now you have two dashes here. What do these mean? Two dots. What does this mean? Repeating, recurring. Right? These two dots over here mean recurring. Now your job is to convert recurring number to fraction. How can I do that? Tell me. This is how we do it. Let's make this equals to x. X is equals to 0.272727. It goes on. Then I'll multiply this with 10. Let's say I'll take 10x. What is the answer I get? What is 10 times this?
It's going to be 2.7272727.
Our job is, actually we won't do 10, we'll do 100. Why will we do 100? Because I want it to cancel out. Look,
Yeah.
if I do it with 100, I'll get 227.272727. All of these will cancel out then, right? 2 cancels out, and we'll be left with, if I subtract these now, let's subtract them, minus, if the final answer is going to be 9, you'll get 100x minus x, right? We'll do this. 100x minus x is going to be 99x. Yes? Like
Yes.
this. We'll get 99x is equals to, and what we'll do is let's move this guy downwards.
x is equals
Just
to,
a second. Write this in your notebook as well.
yeah. I got minus 27 for the answer.
Would be minus 27. You don't have to subtract x from 100. No, you're not doing x minus 100x. Okay. This is what you're doing. So 100x minus x is going to be how much?
99x.
99x is equals to what?
Oh, we're doing
27.
100 x 27, yeah. I thought we were doing
27.
x.
Therefore, what is x?
X is going to, x is 127.
27 divided by 99. So it's a fraction now. At first, x was 0.027277. We can write this as the same as this. Fine. Any questions?
So if it's a, yeah. No.
What were you saying? If it is a
No, I understood it.
read the last question.
Okay. A stone has a volume 45 centimeters square and mass 126 grams. Find the density of the stone given the units of your answer. So this is easy. So density is going to be like a P, which is called something. And then mass.
Rho. It's called rho. Fine.
Rho. Okay. Cool.
Rho is mass over volume. What is mass? 126. What is gram?
Mass is 126
Volume.
and volume is 45.
The answer is
So-
2.8 gram per cm cube. Done.
Okay.
That's it. Next question. Just a second. Now these are the more mark questions with more marks. Now Anas, all of these things are in your book. You have to finish these. Please, you have to sit with me for 10 minutes and you have to
Yeah.
discuss with me how to study or how to plan your syllabus. Okay, which chapters to do, when to do. You have to sit with me for 10 or 15 minutes after class.
When can we do that?
That depends. That's very difficult for me as well because I'm always having class or I'm studying or I'm
Yeah.
working at other projects. So you have to
Yeah.
message me or message the team to schedule a meeting with me. Fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully in the weekend.
Yeah. Okay.
Now read the question.
Points P, Q, R, and S lie on a circle with diameter PR. Work out the size of angle PSQ given a geometrical region for each step of your work.
All right, how do we solve this one? So you have to find angle PSQ. What do you have to find? PSQ. Which angle is this?
Right angle.
No, it's not. Where is it on the graph? This one?
It's, wait, PSQS.
This one. Call it a. This is the one. Theta. How do I find it? The first thing, look at this is the diameter, yes? PR is the diameter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And diameters, then you have this triangle with the diameter. So, what rule is this? I'll show it to you. Look. Read the third rule on us. This one.
Third, angles in semicircle
Are 90 degrees.
are 90 degrees.
So this is a semicircle. This circle right here, this one, is a semicircle, yes, because it's divided with the diameter, half the circle. And we have this triangle. So Q must be RPQ, RQP must be 90 degrees. Where is RQP? This
Q.
one. This is it. Now,
Can
if
we
this
also
is 90, what is this then? What is the green one?
Is it going to be the same as 29?
Same as 29.
Yeah.
Come on, yaar, come on. Just look at the circle. How much is it? 180 degrees? Angles in a triangle are 180, right? Let's call this guy X. So a 180 must be 29 plus 90 plus X. So what is X?
X is 1 second.
180 minus 90 is 90.
It's 61.
61 degrees. So what is X is 61. Now you know that, right? X is 61.
Yeah.
So what is PSQ? Read the second rule. I read this out loud.
Angles subtended by same arc at circumference are equal.
Okay, so what does that mean? Look, now I'll show you some two triangles here, two angles. That's one. This is the second one. Do they have the same arc?
Yes.
Same points, right? This is the arc.
Yes.
They have the same arc. Therefore, they are going to be
It is
equal.
1.
So PSQ is equals to angle
60.
Angle PRQ, which is equal to 61 degrees. Okay, so 3-mark question. Why is it 3 marks? Because we did 3 things here. We did first thing here, this, then we found what PSQ was. Let's call this angle PRQ. Then we know that PRQ is equal to this. We'll write these as 3 steps. Step 1 is you'll say that angle RQP is 90. Why is that? You'll say because
QR.
RQP, not RQR. RQP. Why is it 90?
Because the Q is 90 degrees.
Why is it? Because
According to semicircle rule,
semicircle. Or because angle in semicircle.
because angles.
That's the rule. You have to memorize these. If you don't memorize these, then forget you can't answer these questions. You have to memorize these 6 rules. There is no way to answer questions like these if आपको ये याद भी नहीं है. ठीक है? You have to memorize these. Now second, we'll find that arc, we'll say 180 degrees and everything. 29, this whole part right here. And then we'll find because of that angle PRQ is 61 because
60.
angles in triangle equals 180. Fine?
Yeah.
Sum
Wait.
of angle
Sum of angles in
triangle equals 180 degrees.
Okay.
Third is we'll say angle RQP, not RQP.
PQ. PSQ.
What was it? PSQ is equals to angle PRQ. Why is that? Which is 61 degrees.
Because 61 degrees.
Because
The
angle
arc
subtended by same arc.
Okay.
Now you can see the spelling of subtended properly. Just a second. What is the meaning of subtended? Means formed. But you have to use the word subtended.
Okay.
Or you can you can also say, instead of saying substitute by same arc, right, right, that's okay. I want you to say one more thing. That's also fine. Or you can also say this, or angle in same segment, which mean the same thing. Do you know what segment is?
Is it like
Look,
the same area?
no. If I divide it right here, this is a chord. Okay, one line in the circle. It's not in the center, that would be diameter, not in the center. Now what I do is I'm going to divide the circle from here. Okay. Now you have two pieces of the circle, one like this, one like this. Can you see this on us?
Yes.
Now they're separate. Okay. Now this is called a segment. Like a cookie, if you break a biscuit or a cookie, this is called a
Apart.
segment. Say that again. A
Is
part.
it a part?
Yes, part of the circle, but not a part like a pie. That is called a sector. If you make a circle and from the radius you take two radius like this, R and R, then you separate this from here. This one is, both of these are arcs, are sectors. These pi.
So that would be different.
This is sector.
Okay.
Both of these are. Now the bigger one is called the major sector, smaller is called minor.
Minor sector. Yeah.
So why are these the same? Because they are in the same segment, right? Because they're made from a chord right here, and you divide it from here, you'll get a same. They're in the same segment. Angle in same segment. Now read the next question on us. Hurry
The
up.
points A and D lie on a circle and CTS is a tangent to the circle at T. ABC is a straight line and AB equals BT. Angle ATS equals 98 degrees. Work out the size of angle ACT.
CTS is a tangent. AB is equals to BT. ABC is straight line and this is the angle 98. Okay. Now let's look at the graph. You have to find ACT. Where's ACT? This one?
ACQ.
Is this, which one is it? Is this one?
Wait, no.
This one.
Yes.
Now how do I find this one? Now you need to realize that these are straight lines. This right here is a straight line. And it's a
Isn't that
tangent.
Tangent.
The tangent. Fine.
Okay.
Now what you need to realize is, if it is a tangent, then we can still work out a few things. What we can work out is, okay. Now I want you to tell me if you have any tangent, fine, and you have a triangle like this. You need to realize that this angle right here, this angle right here, is going to be how much? Tell me. The whole thing is 180 degrees.
180. Oh, the whole thing is 180. So
Straight line.
wait, if the whole thing is 180, then that's going to be 1 second. I'm leaving it. 82.
82. Okay. That is 82. Fine. Now we know that one. Now we already know that ATS, which is ATS?
80S.
Right, that's 90. Fine. Now, okay. We also know that ABT, this one is going to be 98.
Okay, because it's
Why?
in
Why?
the same direction.
Why is it? Say that again.
Because it's facing in the same direction.
No. What you need to realize is these lines are parallel. Okay.
Oh, so that line is parallel. Okay.
The next thing is, okay, that's 98. Now can I find, they're not parallel, they're equal. Now next thing is we have to find these small angles. This one and this one. Now since these two lines are equal, this line right here and this one is equal, it's going to make an isosceles triangle. This angle and this angle are equal. Fine. Now what we can say is, since this is a triangle, then 180 must be 98 plus x
Yes.
plus x. So what is x?
Okay. So x is 82 divided by 2. So it's going to be 41.
41. Now we know this one as well, which is 41.
So 98 plus 41 plus 41.
Now I know these
Yes.
one. Can I find this one?
That one. Yes.
How much is it? So 82 must be equals to 41. Let's call this y plus y. So what is y?
So 41.
41. So this is also 41.
Okay.
Now if I know this one, tell me what is the angle right here? This one.
Mm,
It's a straight line, ABC. If it's a straight line, then this must be 180 degrees. Is equals to
98
plus
plus
whatever
x.
we call it here, let's call it k plus k. So what is k?
K is 61. 82, 82.
Are you sure?
Wait.
Yes. It's 82. Now what is theta then? It is
Theta
a
is
triangle. It's a whole triangle now. If you look at this triangle,
41, I think.
it's going to be how much? 41?
Yeah, because 82 is it going to be like 82
82 plus 41 plus x or plus theta. What is theta?
82 plus 41 is 41.
Not 41,
Okay,
Anas.
no, not 41. Wait. 82 plus 41. It's 57.
57. That is why this is 57. There. Now you have to show these diagram right here. If you show the diagram, then you'll get the marks. Or you have to write over here. You'll have to write what is ABT. You'll have to show this diagram or write all the angles over here. Because this is only 1 mark, the answer. You have 3 marks for the method. You have to show what is ABT. You have to show what is TAB. And you have to show what is BTC. These 3 angles, we found it, right? We found what ABT was. We found TAB as well. We found BTC as well. So we found all of these angles. Either you have to write it on the diagram or you have to write it in your answer. Okay? Then you'll get 4 marks. If you write the answer directly as 57, you're only getting 1 mark. Any questions? Let's what class do you have right now?
Math.
Math. Continue. Read the question, Anas.
A line L
Anvi,
joins
can you hear
point
me?
Yes, this is May June 2022 42, right?
May June 2022 42. Yes.
We were solving this in class today after our exam.
With the teacher.
No, we there was this guy on YouTube who solved the whole paper, so we just put the video in class and saw him do it.
Okay. All right. That's a good use of your time. So let's finish this quickly then. Okay. Now tell me the
Yeah,
answer for question. How do
there
we do it?
was
Any
okay. So
doubts?
this is easy.
Okay.
Yeah, the second one of this question. I didn't get it.
Second part.
Yeah, the B
Perpendicular
part.
bisector.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with length of line. The length of line is always, write the formula.
X2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square, and then the whole thing whole square whole square root.
Right. So this will be, let's call this x1, this as x2, y1, y2. Okay. So x2 minus x1, so minus 5 minus 3 whole squared, plus y2 is 4 minus 2 whole squared. The answer is going to be how much?
5.
No, 8.25.
Oh, okay.
Any questions?
No.
Next up, we have the perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector looks something like this. When you have a line, or if you have an angle like this, look, you have a line like this. Okay, let's say point
The
A, B.
half midpoint. But
I
you
will
draw an
take the
arc.
midpoint M. Okay, and this is the perpendicular bisector. Just a second. Like this. The line which is 90 degrees at the center, at the midpoint. Fine. Now, how do I find the
Yeah.
line, this equation of this line? This is the
So
perpendicular bisector.
I remember him doing something. First he found the coordinates of M, then he
Right,
found the
yeah.
gradient.
First thing, let's start here. First, we'll find the midpoint.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I find the midpoint? Midpoint is going to be
X2
x1
plus
plus
x1
x2. Yes.
by 2, and then
y2,
y2 plus
1 plus y.
y1 by 2.
Yep. x1 plus x2 divided by 2. y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So we had minus 5 plus 3,
Minus 1 and 3, I guess.
4
M-
plus minus 2. So 4 plus
Minus
2.
1 and 3, yeah.
So you
So
get
the
how much?
coordinates will be minus 1 and 3.
Yes, and 3. Midpoint. Now let's call this guy M, midpoint M, right? Now we know that. The next thing is equation of line AB. That's the first step done. Second step is EQ of line AB. What is
Y is
equation of
equal
line
to
AB?
M.
So y is equal to mx
Y
plus c.
is equal to mx plus c.
What is m? M is y2 minus y1 divided
By
by x2 minus
x2
x1.
minus x1.
Wait, is y equals mx plus c and y equals mx plus b the same thing?
There is no b. It's always c.
Like, in when I was like in the US and we were studying there, it was y equals mx plus b.
Yeah, same thing. It's exactly the same thing. The b is c. Same thing. Y-intercept. It's called b0 or somewhere sometimes as well. Okay. Sometimes also called b0, or it's also called c. Now c is what you're using, and you have to forget that. It's called y-intercept. In class 10, 11, 12, and everywhere you're going to use this. Okay, even in university, it's y equals mx plus c. The gradient is this. Let's find the gradient quickly. So minus 5 plus minus 3 divided by, no, 4 minus 2 divided by minus 5 minus 3. What is the gradient?
So it's 2 minus 1. No, 2 minus 2. So minus 1.
Minus 1. That's done. Now third step. which is to find the C. No, we don't have to find the C, no. Third step is perpendicular bisector.
I remember doing this, and we got -1/4. He reciprocals the thing to find the gradient.
Yes, so this is, you took 4 minus 2 minus 5 minus 3, yes. That's the gradient 1, -1. The perpendicular of line AB. First thing you have to find is, again, y equals mx plus c. You have to find the m and the c now. M1, M2 is equal to -1. Okay, M2 is the gradient of perpendicular. Gradient of perpendicular bisector.
He did was y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1.
Say that again.
Y minus y1. So y1 is basically your midpoint,
You can rewrite this as well
midpoint.
like this. So M1 is -1 over M2 is -1 over M1. Fine. That's also the same equation. From here, what we'll do is M1, M2 is equal to -1. Therefore, M2 is -1 over M1. Therefore, M1 was -1 as well. So the answer is 1. The gradient of this line is,
The gradient of that line isn't -1. It's coming as -1/4, and he reciprocates it. So it's -4.
just a second. Right, Anas, it's not going to be -4, Anas. Ah, come on, -1. So 4 minus
It's
2 is 2,
-1/4.
and -5 minus 3 is -8. It's -1 over, 1 over -4. Clear?
And then he reciprocals it for some reason.
Right. No, not for some reason, Manvi. Look at the rule here. M1, M2 is equals to -1. Fine. M1 times M2 is equal to -1. M2 is the gradient of the perpendicular. That's the rule. You have to memorize this.
Negative or positive?
Now our job is to find the negative reciprocal of the first gradient by this rule. M1, M2 is -1, so therefore M2 must be -1 over M1. So -1 over,
So how did you get -1 over there? Like, what is the rule?
where did I get -1? Tell me. Now, okay, any problems here?
Yeah.
Ask me.
What is the rule? So basically, gradient 1, gradient 2 is equal to -1.
Yes, that's the rule. So gradient 1 into gradient 2 is
But
equal
then
to -1.
the gradient of a perpendicular bisector is same as the gradient of the line, right?
No, it's not. It's reciprocal, negative reciprocal. The parallel line have same gradients, right? Parallel lines. Since this
Yeah.
line is 90 degrees, it's not the same gradient. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the
So
rule for it.
perpendicular bisectors have a negative reciprocal gradient, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm writing here. -1 over M1, which is the negative reciprocal. That's what we have to find. Okay. This part right here. So if you take this rule, M1, M2 is -1, we realize that M2, or I'll just tell you the rule, which is, let's simplify this to this. M2 gradient of bisector, perpendicular bisector is -1 over the gradient of the line, M1. Okay. Then I just plug in the gradient which I found in the last part, which was 1 over -4 or -1 over 4. So -1 divided by -1 over 4 would give me 4. Clear? Now the gradient of perpendicular is the negative reciprocal of the gradient of the line. Therefore, we divide -1 by M1. We get -1 over -1 over 4. The gradient of the line is 4. Fine. Now we know the gradient of M2 of the perpendicular. Now the next thing we have to find is the y-intercept. How do I find this? To find the y-intercept, we'll have to use the equation of line again. Y is equal to mx plus c. But I know the gradient now, so it's going to be 4. M is 4. Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now y is, I have to choose one of the points from which I know already. And I know that's going to be the midpoint. I know the midpoint.
Okay, so over here, what he does is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1.
Yes. You have a question in that? Should I answer it? Why he does it?
I didn't understand. Yeah, I didn't understand why he does it.
I'll tell you why he does it. Just a second.
And I know the final answer, but I don't know how we reached it.
Yes. Now I'll tell you why he does what he does in a second. But right now I want you to focus on what's happening in the class, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we found the midpoint, and I know that this line passes through the midpoint. The perpendicular bisector passes through the midpoint only. Right? This is the common point. Passes through the midpoint. So I can use this point, the midpoint, which I found to be how much? How much was it? -1 and 3. Let's move on. I'm going to plug that in right here. In place of y, we put 3. In place of, I know that the midpoint, I know that the midpoint is -1 and 3. Right here, we'll plug in place of x and y, we'll plug in -1, and y was 3. So now we can find c. What is c? 7.
Yeah.
Therefore, the equation of line, equation of perpendicular is equal to
4x plus 7.
4x plus 7. Y is equal to 4x plus 7. That's my answer.
Yeah,
Now,
that's
the
the correct
equation you were
answer.
talking about was m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Now, look at this right here.
Yeah.
This one, can I change this a little bit? Instead of saying y2, can I just call this y? Okay.
Yeah.
Now this was okay. Now I'll take this to the other side. We get another equation. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Which I can also say y2 minus y1 is x2 minus x1. Make sense?
Yeah.
Some people
Yeah.
like to write it like this. I have no reason. I have no clue why. But this is the equation.
So
You can write it
confusing.
like this as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same thing. Does that answer it?
Yeah. Thank you.
Now you have this 1, 2, 3, 3 steps here. The method of finding the perpendicular bisector has 3 steps. That may look confusing. Why is it confusing? Because you guys haven't practiced this. And that is the only reason it's perhaps difficult or perhaps confusing, perhaps long. Otherwise, it's very straightforward and simple, nothing complicated.
What chapter is this from?
Coordinate geometry or straight line graph. Now the midpoint, find the midpoint. Second, find gradient m1 of line. Second, find m2 and c y-intercept of perpendicular. Those are the 3 steps. Please write this down. Method EQ of perpendicular bisector. Write this down.
Okay.
Done?
So much.
Write this part.
Wait, EQ means equation, right?
Yes. Equation. Fine.
Done.
Anas?
No, 1 second.
I want to quickly finish this paper today actually. Now, after we have finished the whole syllabus, every day we'll be practicing papers like this. Now, not these papers; these are easy papers. I'll be bringing questions from past papers from years like 2017, 2013. Those are questions which are of 8 marks, 6 marks, 7 marks. Those kind of questions. Later. Now this is done, right? These are 5 mark questions, easy. Next thing we have to do is this part of the equation. Just a second. Read the question.
A point H lies on the y-axis such as the distance GH is equal to 13 units. Find the coordinates of two possible positions of H.
2 possible positions of H. That's what we're trying to find. Okay. Look, now this is
Yeah.
the question right here. What is H and what is G? Well, I don't know H
H,
actually. H is not given.
x-axis of H will be 0 in both the cases because it lies on the y-axis.
Right. Let's make our own axes right here. Y and X. Now, G, where is G? G is minus
G
5 and
will
4.
be, yeah, somewhere on the top left.
So this, let's say, is minus 5. And this is, let's say, 4. So this is the point G. Okay. They're saying that there's another point H on the y-axis. H can be anywhere here. Right? Let's say, okay. And the distance is 13 units. Let's say H is perhaps here. And this is the line GH. Okay. So find the distance of GH.
Yeah,
How do I find it?
it's 13. It's 13, they mentioned it.
13. Okay. So this length is 13. The length actually is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 x whole square.
Yeah.
Now I know that
But they
G,
didn't give us the coordinates.
they did, they found, they told us the coordinate for G.
G.
This is
Yeah.
minus 5 minus x1 whole square plus, let's say y2 is 4 minus y1 x squared. Now I have
We
two
can also
unknowns
do
here.
trigonometry for this. We can
Yes,
do trigonometry for this. A
right?
square is equal to B square plus C square. Yeah.
So let's complete this triangle like right here, like this. This will be 90 degrees. Fine.
Yeah.
And I know that this point right here, the length of this is minus 5. The height of this, I don't really know the height. Let's call the height 4
That's easy.
plus h. Okay. Whatever h is, we're adding it. And this is 13.
So it's going to be square root over of 13 square.
Not really 4 plus h, sorry, not 4 plus h. It's going to be 4 minus h. Right? That's the
The
distance.
coordinate, right? Yeah.
Or the length. Now the coordinate x of
No.
h, yeah.
Distance will be 12. If you do the a square is equal to b square plus c square.
Right, let's do this.
And it will be 4 plus 12, 4 minus 12.
Yeah, let's
The
try
y
solving it
coordinate.
like that, right? Now I have this triangle right here. I know that this is C. Let's say this is C, this is A, and this is B. And I know that A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. Okay. Now A was, let's say, minus 5 whole squared. B was 4 minus h whole square, and C was 13 squared. Now I get another equation right here. Now this h right here, let's say the the y value of h is y2. This is 4 minus y2. We get a new equation now. That 13 square is equals to minus 5 squared plus 4 minus y2 squared. That's it. Now, because of these two equations, we can solve this question. We have two equations, the 1 and 2, right? Now let's simplify this a bit. Let's simplify equation number 2. Tell me, how do I simplify it? 13 square, what is 13 square?
13 square is 13 into 3.
169. 169.
And minus 5 square is 25.
25.
And
How
plus,
did you get rid of the x?
how did I get?
Like, rid of the x. The x, where did it go?
Okay, right. Where did it go? Now the point here is that we're looking at Pythagoras theorem, right? We use the Pythagoras theorem to make another equation, because I know that the length right here is minus 5. x0, or the x coordinate of h is going to be 0, fine. x2 is 0. That's why minus 5 minus 0 is minus 5. I got rid of it because I know that this point lies on the y-axis. Therefore, the x coordinate is already 0. Now 4 squared is going to be 16 plus y2 squared minus 8y squared. That's opening the bracket. Now you have a quadratic equation right here. I can rewrite this as y2 whole squared minus 8y squared is equals to, or plus 25 plus 16
Wait,
minus
how did you get
169 is equal to 0. Yes, Anas, ask me.
How did you get 8 by 6?
Okay, I didn't understand
Yeah.
the method.
Right, okay. Let's remove this from here. And if I have anything like this, a plus b whole squared, this will be a squared plus b squared. And this was a minus b whole squared. This would be a squared plus b squared
Plus
minus
2ab.
2ab. Minus 2ab. It's minus now.
Okay.
The same thing is
Yeah.
happening here. 4 minus y2. This will become 4 squared, which is 16. 4 squared plus b squared is y2 whole squared minus 2, 4, y2. Fine?
So minus
Four
8y.
minus 8y. Let's write it right here. 116, I'll take 25 to the other side. Or actually I'll take
Minus 25.
this to the other side. Okay? So we'll get 0 is equals to minus 169 plus 25 plus 16 plus y2 whole square minus 8y2. Fine? And let's simplify this part. Tell me the answer. Minus 169 plus 25 plus 16.
1 second.
I
So
still don't
25
understand how you got
16
the.
is 41.
Yes, Anas, tell me.
So how did you get minus 2?
120.
Where did I get
minus
minus
1
2?
Minus 128.
Now, Anas, use
120.
to draw on the screen and tell me where you have a problem. Use the annotate button to draw on the screen and tell me where you have a problem.
Okay. Right here.
Right? Where? This part. Unless we're opening a bracket, a quadratic, we'll get a look. Whenever you have something like this, a minus b whole square or a plus b whole square. Man, we solve the quadratic equation and tell me the answers. Now a plus b square or a
One
minus b square.
second.
This will be a square plus b square plus 2ab. This will be a square plus b square minus 2ab. That is a rule.
Yeah.
That's what we did on us. Now try opening this bracket.
So it's going to be 4.
Okay, x1 is 8, y1 is 8, y2 is minus 16.
Just a second.
That's the wrong answer.
Now I'll find y. What is y? When you solve the quadratic equation, you should get minus
8 and minus 16.
Okay, 1 minus 8 plus 128. The answer is y is equals to minus 8 or 16. Okay. Now therefore, h is 0 minus 8 or 0 16.
This is wrong.
What is wrong? Tell me.
Okay, one second. I remember we were doing this in class and we got a different answer in the marking scheme as well.
Should I show you the? I'll open the marking scheme. Just a second.
Yeah.
This is the answer.
Wait, I thought it was 0, 19. Because. Oh.
Right? That's the answer. Now, I want you to talk to me on how we solve this equation. We can try solving it again if you have a problem.
Okay, so basically you found the magnitude of the line with
Yes.
with the equation
Let's do that. Just a second.
first. Yeah.
Understanding it is more important than finishing the paper. So take your time. Let's do this one more time.
Yeah. So first
I'll
you
make the
found the
axes. First we make the
Yeah.
axes, right? Because we don't know they're talking about some axes here. So whenever
Okay.
they talk about some axis, you try and make your own axes to visualize the problem. Y-axis is here, right? This is the x-axis. Now they're
Is
telling
this
us,
required by the exam, like to draw
yes,
it?
yes. For you, I want you to do it. And in my papers, you're going to draw
Yeah.
the axes. Next, we know
Yeah.
what G is. Let's call G. G was minus 5 and 4. Okay? Anas, listen to me. I'm explaining the question again. Now, H is on the y-axis. Let's say H has the coordinates x and y. I don't know what they are. There's something x and y. Fine? Now,
Wait,
my
how do
job
we
is,
5 and 4?
say that again.
How do we know that G is
It's
minus
given in the
5?
question, Anas. In the question, they've said it right here.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
Now, let's say, okay, H has coordinate A and B. Anything, I don't know what they are. A or B. Fine? We can also say X or Y. I don't know what they are. Now, next thing is, our job is, let's say, first thing is, let's plot G. So G is minus 5 and 4 right here. So this is going to be G right here. G. Done? Any questions so far?
Yeah, no.
Now let's plot any point on the y-axis. Read this line on us. The highlighted blue part.
A point H lies on the y-axis.
Y-axis. The point H lies on the y-axis, right here. So we realize that this must be on the y-axis. So I'll put any point on the y-axis. Let's say right here, H. This point is H. Okay. Now we'll make a line between them. Let's make a line like this. The length of
So
this
is it
line.
to put it over there, or can we put it anywhere?
Say that again.
Do we have to put it there, or can we put it anywhere we want?
Anywhere on the graph. Anyway, let's put it somewhere else. Manvi, where should I put it? Doesn't make a difference.
On the top or the bottom?
There, let's make it there. Now let's put it like this. Now this is H. Okay, H is here. And we have a line GH. And the length of this line is 13 units. How much?
13 units.
Now I know the length equation is going to be under root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now what is the x coordinate of G? Tell me.
-5.
I'll say -5 here. Then what is the x coordinate of H? Look over here.
A.
A. Okay, I'll put A. But we realize one more thing. H is on the y-axis, right? Therefore, the x coordinate A must be 0. Do you understand why it must be 0?
Yes.
Because it's on the y-axis, this line. All the points on this line have the x coordinate as 0. So we'll put, instead of A, let's put just 0. Whole square plus, what is y2? What is the y value of G? Manvi, tell me.
Y value of G is 1 second. It's minus. Okay, it's 4.
4 minus, and what is the y value of H?
Unknown.
It's written here. Read from here. We're just saying
B.
A or B, right? We're giving some letter to
Yeah.
it. X is A,
B,
Y
B.
is B. Now I know that A must be 0. Why? Because it's on the y-axis, right? So x coordinate of y, x of y, x of H, x coordinate of H must be 0. Therefore, in place of A, I can replace that with 0. Yes, -5 plus -0 whole square is equals to 4 minus b whole square. Now L, what is L? It's given in the question. How much is it, Manve?
L is 13.
Now what do I do after this, Anas? How do I find B?
Solve the question.
Right, so how do I solve it? I take square root to the other side. It will become 13 square is equals to -5 minus 0. I don't have to write -0 now.
Yeah.
Whole square plus 4 minus b whole square.
4 minus B. Okay.
So 169 is equals to 25 plus. Now what do I put here?
You
If I
open the
open-
back because it's similar
open the
to A
bracket.
minus B square.
So a
it's
minus
going to
b
be-
whole square. So it will be 4 square plus b square minus 2 4b.
Okay.
Now if I solve this one, it will become 0 is equals to -69 plus 25 plus 4 square is 16 plus b square minus 8b. Now b over here is basically the y coordinate of H. Right, y coordinate of H. Now simplify this, Manvi. Tell me the equation.
Okay. So it's equal to minus 128 plus b square minus 8b.
Minus 8b. And look at the calculator on the screen. Can you see it?
Wait, we are able to do b square minus 8b, right?
Say that again.
Are we able to do b square minus 8b? Or are
Yeah, we can write
confused?
it like this as well. Doesn't make a difference. Same thing. Okay, same thing. We have a quadratic equation. Now this right here. So we have a quadratic equation. So this right here is my A, this is B, and this is C. Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now A over here is 1. Now go to your calculator, go to equation 3. This is 1, A is 1, B is minus 8, and C is 1 minus 128. Clear? Any questions? Do you have any questions?
No.
No.
Now when I press equal, I get B is equals to 16 or minus 8. Now B was the y coordinate of H. Y coord of H. So what is the x coordinate? I already know that the x coordinate is 0 always. It's on the y axis. Therefore, H is 0, 16 or 0 minus 8. Any questions?
No.
No.
After this, can we do the eighth question because we don't have enough time?
Eighth question, just a
And that,
second.
yeah.
Now the only problem here is we haven't done this in class, I think. That is why I haven't properly taught you this. Look at the eighth question. Anas, read the question.
Okay. Can you solve 10 minus 3p equals 3 plus 11p.
And Manvi, is this the question you're talking about?
Not this one, the next one.
Question 9. Right, because that this
No, question 8B. And
8B.
the other one below that, yeah.
Okay, these, okay, fine.
What if we use the calculator for part A?
You won't get marks.
This is easy. Take
You have to
3p
show
to the
the
other
steps.
side.
This will become 10 is equals to 10 minus 3 is equals to 11p plus 3p, which is 7 is equals to
7 is
14p.
equal to 13. Oh,
Half
okay, yeah.
is equals to 2.
3 is equal to 0.5.
Okay.
I'm just solving this quickly. Please ask me if you have any questions. This is what you have so far. mc squared minus
Yeah.
2k is mg. This is a physics equation, by the way. It's a natural equation. Now, if
E is
I
equal
take
to
it,
MC square.
no, not that one. It's related to that one. That's where you get the mc squared from. And F is equals to mg if you know that one. Never mind.
Yeah, mass into gravity. Yeah.
Now, we have to make m the subject. I don't think that's difficult. Mc squared minus 2k divided by g. Done. Any questions?
Okay, I did this, but then what about the M in the MC square thing?
Oh yeah, that
I
one.
got
Okay.
the answer.
Yes, I didn't realize this one. Okay. So now what we have to do is, yes, I didn't realize that. One second. So what we do first is we keep this as 2k. We take mc squared to the other side. Mg minus mc squared. We take m common. M is g minus c squared. Therefore, m
Minus 2k
is equals
by
to minus 2k by g minus c
G
squared.
minus C square.
Right, that's the actual correct answer. I thought I didn't see this one right here, right? That's why. Now, any
Okay.
doubts, guys? Come on.
No, okay. And the second after this, C as well.
1 minus x minus 3 plus 4 over 2x plus 3 is equal to 1. Now, in questions like these, you have to make the denominator common. So we'll do x minus
Yeah.
3, 2x plus 3, and
1
1
plus
times
4.
2x plus 3
5. Okay.
plus 4x minus 3 is to 1. Now, what we get from this
So
is
that
2x plus 3 plus 4 minus 12 is equals to x minus 3, 2x plus 3. Any questions? Think.
how did you end up with this?
How did I end up with
Cross
this?
multiplication.
I
Cross
take
multiplication.
this with over here, and I multiply this with this and this, multiply this with this and this.
Yeah.
So 2x plus 3 because multiplied with one same thing. 4 times x will be 4x. That's missing.
So
Minus 12. 4 times minus 3 is minus 12. Now if I take x minus 3 to these two to the other side, I'll get this.
6x minus 9 is equal to x minus, okay, 6x minus 9 is
Is equal
equal
to
to
2x squared
2x squared
plus
plus
6x
okay,
minus 6x. No. Yep. Sorry.
minus 9.
Minus 9. 2x squared minus 9 minus 6x minus 9. No.
Okay.
Plus 3x. Right. Now next step. Simplify. 6x minus 9 is equals to 2x squared
Uh,
minus 3x minus
minus
9.
3x minus 9. So now you
We
can just
take
take all of it to the other side. Yeah. 2x squared minus 3x minus 9 minus 6x plus 9 is equal to 0. So 2x squared minus 9x is equal to 0.
now you can solve
X
this
is
with
equal to,
now you don't use the calculator here. Simply factorize it. Take x common. You'll be left with 2x minus 9 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 0, or 2x minus 9 is equal to 0. Right?
yeah, yeah,
Therefore, x is equal to 9 over 2. Those are the two options.
4.5.
So
Yeah.
by 4.5.
4.5, yeah.
That's it. Any questions?
And yeah, this was easy. Now I understand it. Can you do the one after this as well?
Question 9.
Wait,
D.
for 5
Yeah,
marks?
question 9. D.
Yeah, this whole thing, this simple thing is for 5 marks. Oh my god. Right?
That's
Now,
simple.
that's not simple, right? Not at all simple. So please tell me what is difficult here and what should I re-explain, or if you have any questions. Everything after you understand it, Anas, will be simple. Don't think of this as difficult, please. The only issue is that you don't understand, or perhaps you haven't practiced. The question is not
Yeah.
difficult. I want you to ask me and understand. After you understand, everything will be easy. That's my job here. Try to explain it. Read this question. Anas, read the question.
Is this trigonometry?
I will have to read the question first to realize it, right? I haven't read it, so read it.
In a triangle PQR, M lies on QR and S.
Can you also do 8, D and E?
It's D.
Explain.
There's a D in an E. Oh, okay, yeah. Just a second.
Okay, not E, but like D.
D. I think you have done D
Yeah.
in class. Haven't you? No? Let's try it. Simultaneous equations. Two methods. What method do you want me to use? Elimination or substitution?
Elimination.
Fine. Elimination.
Because substitution with squares, right? So how would that be possible?
Then you can take substitution as well. Both are easy. Both are possible.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's try elimination here. So I have two equations. Let's write them down here. Or I won't write it down, I just put it here. 1 and 2. Two equations. Fine. Now my first equation, I'm going to multiply the first equation, x plus 2y plus 12 with 5 to the whole thing. Okay. So I'm multiplying the first equation, which we had here, with 5. So I'll get 5x plus 10y is equals to 60. That's my, let's call that the third equation now. Anas, what did I do? Anas, can you hear me?
Yes, I don't know how to do simultaneous equations.
So now I'm telling you, now after 5 minutes, you will know, right? You will know everything. Don't worry about that. Worry about if you understand these steps. So what did I do first? First step was
You multiplied everything by 5.
multiply to make common. That's the first step. Now, why did I multiply with 5? Because the second equation has 5x. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to make x or y common. Now, you can't make y common. You can, but it's easier to make x common here. So we'll multiply first equation with 5 to make it 5x as well. Now, I have a third equation, which I get by multiplying the first one with 5. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, the second equation, or I'll write here. You have to write the steps. In the exam, you have to write the steps. So subtract, let's say 2 minus 3. Okay. Let's do that. So equation 2 is what? Read the equation 2 one way.
Equation 2 is 5x minus y square is equal to 39.
Right, plus y square equals to 39. Now I'll take the third equation. Anas, read the third
So we'll
equation.
subtract, okay, we'll subtract the third equation from the second equation, right?
Yes.
The third step.
The order does not matter. The order does not matter. You can subtract 3 from 2 or 2 from 3.
So we end up with 10y minus y square is equal to 20.
Yeah, look at the method. Please write it in your notebook as well. I'm not just showing you, let's say, the answer. I'm showing a clear method, a format which you have to replicate. Which word am I using? Replicate. What is the meaning of this word?
Copy, exactly.
Exactly.
Make a duplicate.
Duplicate this, right? So I'm not just showing you some answer or just giving you the answers. I'm giving you a step. So in the exam, you'll write, okay, multiply. You can write this or multiply 1 with 5 into 5. You can say this and then give equation 3. You'll get marks. So it will be easier for you to get more marks in the exam. Now, some people just write a paragraph, which is awful to look at, right? Don't do that. Now, 5x plus y squared equals to 39. That's my second equation. This is the third equation. Now, I'll subtract this like this. I'm putting a minus here. Why am I doing this? Because I'm subtracting. Put the minus below it. Don't put it here. Okay. So 39 minus 60 is going to be how much? 11. 21. Now we'll get y squared minus 10y. And I'll get 5x minus x, which is 0. Now I get a quadratic equation here. Third step is solve.
It's not 21, I think. Because 39 minus 60 is going to be a negative number, right?
Like minus 21. And also in this, yes, minus 21. Any doubts? Now solve.
No.
I'll
How
write
do you
solve.
factorize? CV is easy, but the second one is hard.
Just a second before we move on to this one. Rashi, read the question. Anas, read the question.
Okay. ABCD is a trapezium with DC parallel to AB. DC equals 6.4 centimeter, DB equals 10.9 centimeter angle. Angle CDB equals 38 degrees and angle DAB equals 45 degrees.
Find CB, the length of CB. They're not saying angle CB, they're just saying CB. How do I find it? Now look, in this case, all we have to do is, we have an angle given right here. Okay, fine. These lines are parallel, so this angle must be how much? 38, right? If that angle is 38, then okay, fine. How much is this angle?
That angle is AD, so 38 minus 180. I mean 180 minus 38. Right?
Yes, 180 minus 45 minus 38.
Wait, 45, okay, 45, yeah. 97.
38 is equal to 97. So that this right here is 97. Like, we'll finish this question and the class is over then. Okay, so 97 right here. Manvil, focus. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And now our job over here is to find out what is CB. All right. Now in this questions like these, it's important that we realize we just put all the things together. Now we know all of this already. Now the next step is to find this right here. Okay. Can I use the cosine rule? What is
We
the
can
cosine
find
rule? Tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Cosine
the
rule
cosine
is
rule?
a square is equal to b square plus c square minus 2bc cos a.
I don't really need these angles right now. We're looking at this shape only. Right? Let's focus on question part A. We're focusing on this part only.
Try to find the
Yeah.
length.
So it's a square plus is equal to b square plus c square minus 2bc cos a.
Right. It's better if you write c square is equal to same thing, a square plus b square minus 2bc cos
Cos
a.
c.
Cos c or a. Not c. Sorry, not
cos,
c. No, it can't be c. Can't be a. It has to be c. Right. And this can't be
and 2bc.
bc.
Yeah.
To
It has
ab.
to be ab.
Okay.
Wait, we have this formula too.
Say that again.
We have this formula too.
Now, Anas, I don't ask questions like these because I have taken a class with you for 1 hour separately on this topic when we did trigonometry. We went through the cosine rule. So check your notebook. The notebook is not like a black hole which everything goes inside and vanishes. You have to read it, right? You have to read the notebook and revise everything. You have your exam tomorrow. So this is in trigonometry called cosine rule.
Oh, it's trigonometry. So are those like both the C's the same thing?
No, this is angle, capital C. This is small c side. That's the angle.
Okay.
Now
Yeah,
I'm going to label these. Let's call this guy. Let's remove these angles right now. We don't need them. Let's look at this one right here. Now this I'm going to say is C. This is A and this is B. Now I must know what A, B are to find C. And I know the angle opposite to C, which is this one. So I can say C must be.
Okay, final answer.
6.54 square. Yeah, final answer. Give it to me. 10.9 square minus 2, 6.4. 10.9, 7.06. Okay,
Yeah.
just a second. Cos 38. Therefore, C must be, solve all of this, you'll get a value and under square root it. So C will be 7.06. Next part. Find angle ADB. Now what is angle ADB?
We did this.
We did it already. This angle right here, which is going to be 180 minus
180
45 minus
45
38.
plus
97.
plus 38. 45 plus 30. Okay.
97.
97.
Okay, I can also find AB. Now, how to find the area of the trapezium? We don't
Let's
have
first
H.
find AB. What is AB? How much is it?
AB sine rule. So A by sine A equals B by sine B.
Sine
Wait,
rule. Sine rule is, yes, Anas, go on. A by sine A.
no, AB is parallel to DC. So isn't the answer going to be the same thing?
How much is it going to
No,
be?
the equation of the line is same, the gradient is same, but the that won't be same.
The gradient is same, but the length is not the same. You can see,
Yeah.
right? If you look over here, it's not the same size, same length. Now we have the sine rule here, which is A by sine A is equals to B by sine B is equals to C by sine C. We don't need all of this right now. What we need is,
Yeah.
let's go up.
45 by okay, 10.9 by sine 45 is equal to x by sine 97.
X by,
X is equal
let's
to
call it
10
X.
uh,
97.
x is equal to 10.9 by sine 45 into sine 97.
X is how much?
1 second, doing it.
15.3, I think. That's the answer. Fine. Any questions here? 10.9 is equal to x by this. You have to take two sides in a triangle and the angle opposite to it. They obey this rule. You must know
Yeah,
two
it's
sides.
15.3.
15.3. How do I find the area of the trapezium? What is the formula for it? Tell
Now,
me.
how do you find h? A plus b times h by 2.
Okay, yeah, okay. Half a plus b into h. That's the formula. Now,
Yeah.
since I've been saying this for so long, saying it in a different way just messes everything up, right? No worries. Area. Same formula. At half a plus bh. Now, our job is to find a and b and h. Now, how do I find h? I have no clue what the h is, right?
Yeah.
I have no clue what the h is. So I will not find the h then. I won't use that formula. I don't know this. Then forget it. Let's use the other formula. I have two triangles here. Can you see this? Triangle 1, triangle 2. Area of a triangle.
AB sin c by 2. AB sin c by 2.
Half AB sine C. That's how we say it. Okay? Half
Yeah.
AB sine C. Now, we'll do it for both of them. We'll find first area, which is going to be 64, half, 6.4,
So
10.9,
wait, sine C is 38, right?
sine
degrees.
38. Exactly. So the answer, tell me.
1 second, I'm doing it.
And in the second step, all you have to do is
It's 21.47 to 21.48.
It's
21.47.
21.47. If you round off, it's 47.
Don't round off now. Say, tell me at least 5 digits.
21.47
427.
427, yeah.
So 5 digits are enough. Because this is the calculation part. Don't round off right now. Now, next up is,
Yeah.
let's say, area, second area. Again, the same formula, half AB sine C. The sides, I know the length are 10.9 and the x was 15.3 or 13.5. What was it? 15.3.
15.3.
So I say half 10.9, 15.3 sine C.
Into sine. Oh, okay. Can I see the triangle to determine what's C?
45. Is that 45?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's going to be 38. 45
Yes.
will become
Yes.
2. Yeah.
Now why do I take 38? Because I can't take any angles which are opposite to the sides I'm using.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
This is opposite to this guy, and this is
Final
opposite
answer,
to this guy.
final answer after everything is 72.81 centimeters
That's
square.
the answer. First, tell me
Yeah.
this answer for this one. How much is it?
1 second. I actually did it. Instead of rounding it off, I just used the answer symbol for this
No, but you have to
question
write
and
it in the
added.
exam. Write the answer as well. Right? Don't just give the
Okay.
answer. So when you do it, you'll get something here, which is just a second. Now, tell me. Say it to me.
1 second, I'm doing it. 10.9.
51. You could subtract this from your answer, final answer as well. 37. Therefore, the total area is going to be
Okay.
21.474 plus 51.337, which is 71.72.8.
Okay, 51.3 is the answer.
Yes, the final answer is 72.8. Anas, any questions?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, sir. Now, the only problem is you guys are not practicing enough questions. Either open past papers and do them chapter wise, or they get the booklets, or read the notes. Do something, right? That's it for today. Now I have another class after a few minutes. Take care. Goodbye. Now, one thing, both of you, can you hear me?
Yeah.